Oh, if you're hurting like I am, happy Monday to you. Yes, it is Monday again, folks, the beginning of a new work week. Isn't that fun? Hey, happy Monday to you. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thank you for tuning in to episode 154 of Soapbox Daily. Well, being it's Monday, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? And like always, I want to ask you, how was your integrity this weekend? Were you setting the right example? Were you being the positive change? Were you setting the right example the world needs? Being the positive change the world needs? Onwards and upwards, domino effect, my friends. Only you can help make this world a better place, and it all starts with your actions, your intentions, and everything that you do. So be a better person, be more evolved, and do the right thing when no one else is watching. So today on episode 154 of Soapbox Daily, what are we going to discuss today? Well, here's one thing that I think a few of us are guilty of, and this is what we're going to discuss today. Today, it is let it go and don't dwell on the past. That is our topic for today. Just let it go and don't dwell on the past. I know there's a song that's Let It Go, and trust me, once you hear it, it'll get stuck in your head and it'll play over and over again and drive you completely crazy. But it's a good song with good, intentions behind it, the meaning behind it. It's true. Let it go. Just let it go. And it's not easy to do that. I mean, life is unpredictable, and all of us are faced with challenges and problems. Oftentimes, though, we question our past and wonder what would have happened if things had turned out differently. I think we've all been curious about that. If we made the different decisions, what would have happened? I mean, these thoughts can be consuming and keep us from moving forward in life. Dwelling in the past can lead to anxiety and depression, and your life is too valuable to waste on living in the past. So if you're looking to break that habit, you're in the right place, because we're going to discuss some points that'll help you out with that today. First and foremost, I want you to remember one thing only. You are the author of your own story. I mean, look at it like this. You are the author of your book. This book is your whole life, and you are writing it as we speak. In this book, there are chapters, and each chapter tells the story of that particular year. For example, Chapter 14 is a chapter that tells the tale of when you were 14 years old, and Chapter 30 is when you were 30 years old. Go figure. Like a novel, each chapter introduces a series of supporting characters and events that will shake up your world. These supporting characters come in the form of friends, lovers, colleagues, and family members, all of who are here to help the growth of the protagonist. Ultimately. And now take a look at this book and see which chapters you're currently dwelling on. How many chapters have you written since then? How many chapters have you written before that? Now, how many times have you dwelled on the same chapter expecting the ending to change? We have the power to write the ending to whatever we please, but we must keep writing our story. No one else will write it, and no one else can write it for you. Just remember that. You are the author of your own story. You can't forget that. That is the most important thing to remember. Now, trying to go back and rewrite these chapters, you just can't. They've been written. They've been done. You can learn from them. But ultimately, you gotta learn from the past and don't dwell there. Yes, those negative experiences you had can actually be used for learning and future experiences, no matter how painful they are. And this is point one we want to take away here. No matter how painful they are, take some time to reflect on the experience and look at it at ways that can actually benefit you down the road. You can learn from your experiences by reflecting on a few simple questions like, what really happened? Answer only by confronting the facts, not your imagination or not how you want to fill it in. What emotions did you feel? Write them down. And how can you use this to empower yourself and your feelings? These are questions you should ask yourself when you start thinking about that stuff. After answering these questions, it's time to move on. While reflecting on the past for a bit of time is acceptable, dwelling on it will only keep those negative thoughts and feelings around. And you got to move forward. Which brings us to our next point of express yourself. Don't hesitate to get the pain you're feeling off your chest, whether it's talking to an individual who has harmed you or who you harmed. Venting to a friend or writing it down, expressing your feelings can assist you in sorting out what, if anything, needs to be done to move on. But do that. Number 3, stop pointing fingers. Playing the role of the victim is easy and sometimes feels pretty good, especially compared to accepting the truth. The problem is, blaming others prevents you from moving forward. Most often, pointing fingers is just complaining. Number 4, focus on the present. One of the most effective ways to let go of the past is to embrace the present. Instead of reliving the past and getting consumed with negativity, keep yourself active and enjoy the current moment. Learn a new skill, meditate, exercise, have dinner with a friend, make a new friend. Whatever it is, just live in the moment, even if it's just sitting at your desk and watching the clouds go by. I personally cope by building, creative things out of Lego, or I play on my computer, or I do these podcasts. But find something to keep you in the here and now that's going to keep you occupied. Whatever motivates you and keeps you doing something to devote your life towards versus where you were. Living in the moment, also called mindfulness, involves being with your thoughts as they are, neither grasping at them nor pushing them away. Next point is disconnect for a while. Allow yourself to take some time away so you can clear your head. You don't have to go backpacking across Europe. Just remove yourself from the situation by distancing yourself from people, places, and things that remind you of the past. Practicing ways to disconnect for a while will give you a chance to experience something positive, even if it's just at camping at a nearby campground without any access to social media. Who knows? Maybe that's what you need, just some escape on that. Next point, number 6, think about the people around you. Take inventory of the people around you. Who is negative and who is always bringing you down? Who are the people associated with the past that you are trying to move away from? You may need to move away from these individuals to find positive people who will empower you. There are more than enough ways to meet new people, such as local meetups, conferences, social media online. Don't be shy. Get yourself out there. Find a new group of friends and acquaintances who can help you move forward. Number 7, forgive those who have wronged you, including yourself. If you've been hurt by someone, the last thing that you may want to do is forgive them. But forgiving others is essential for spiritual growth. It's embracing. If you forgive somebody, it'll help you embrace the past while moving on, making a new agreement with yourself, not going to sleep angry and being kind and generous. You know, by forgiving, you can move forward. While you're at it, forgive yourself. No one is perfect, and we all make mistakes. Instead of kicking yourself for your past mistakes, cut yourself some slack and focus on the lessons that you've learned. Once you're not carrying that anger and resentment, you'll be able to move on. Lastly, number 8, make new memories. Finally, start making new positive memories to replace those negative memories from the past. Spend your time with people who make you happy, the things that bring you joy, in the places that bring you peace. Making new memories is better than being stuck in the past. In fact, it's been discovered by scientists that having too many old memories makes it more difficult to make new memories. So out with the old and in with the new. Here's to living in the now is basically the message. Take away from this. It's difficult because we remember where we've been and we always think, would it have been different? You can't stick around in there. You have to move forward. You can't change the past or where you are now, but you can move forward from the point you are now and make new changes and positive changes and new memories. Something to work on for a new week. It is a new week. Let's make the next changes that we need to do. We can do it. Remember where you've been, but don't live there. Live in the here and now, live for the future. All right, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. I'm going to wrap this up for today. Thank you for tuning in on this Manic Monday. This Manic Monday. Hey, and if you're sitting back today, please check out the madmorgan.com. Yes, the madmorgan.com for more information on all our podcasts and projects and everything else now and in the future. Again, remember, the future, not in the past, but in the future. So have an awesome day. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next episode.